Coming up on this episode of the Talking Mac podcast, folks, we're going to be talking about the Newton room with the return of the Newton at Macworld 2008. This could be interesting. It will be interesting. Stay tuned. You will not want to miss it. Welcome back, everybody, to the Talking Mac podcast. What's up? It's gonna be interesting today. The Newton message pad, the room is popping up again, as if we haven't seen it already. It's resurfacing itself, in so many ways, forms, shapes, and fashions. But you want to be sure to mark something on your calendar. Mark this on your calendar. The Talking Mac podcast live at Macworld Expo 2008. We're broadcasting live from Macworld, and if you see us, say hello. We want you to stop by mogulus.com/talkingmac. mogulus.com/talkingmac. We want you to stop by there. We'll give you the times. You'll hear it in the commercial. We'll have a commercial telling you all the times in every single time zone. Mogulus, mogulus.com/talkingmac. You'll want to be there. Listen up for the commercial coming up later on in the show. They'll tell you everything about it, every time zone that you will want, that you could be in, possibly be in. We will tell you all that in the commercial, so you won't want to miss it. Talking Mac Podcast Live. We're going to have chat. We're going to have different special things from videos and clips like that. And we'll also have the Mac Awards, so that will be cool. And then we'll record the podcast and then put it back up onto our YouTube channel. And it's gonna be a little long, and it's January 14th through the 18th, so every day is gonna be a live podcast. So it's gonna be interesting. All right, so I spent about 2 minutes talking about that. So let's dive into what this podcast is all about. It's about the Newton, the return of the Newton at Macworld 2008. And this is going to be interesting. We're going to dive into this. We're going to see the rumor panned out to be true during our live January 15th to the 18th at Macworld 2008. We're going to see that's where the iPhone was introduced, and the Newton could be introduced there too. We're going to tell you if it pans out or not. You'll know if it did or not. So first off, you know, the Newton pad was the first PDA, and John Scully coined the term personal digital assistant, and that's what the term PDA got its name from the Apple Newton message pad. It ran the Newton OS. Now that's all we need to know about this thing. You know, it's clunky. It was sort of a bigger iPhone thing with a touch screen and the stylus. Okay. So, what could it have to do with anything now? Okay, so Apple has pioneered this thing called multi-touch, bringing it to consumer levels and facets not yet explored by any other consumer product manufacturer, such as Microsoft. And they really don't have anything to do with this, but with their Zune and stuff like that, with being the competition with the iPod Touch, I can go ahead and bring those along as Samsung and Sony and some product makers like LG. Like, the multi-touch with Apple's products, the iPhone and iPod Touch, are really cool. And they're not just cool, they're functional. So, I'm going to tell you a little bit more how this thing's going to look, but we'll be right back after this commercial break. On this commercial break, listen up, because these will be all the details about the Talking Mac Podcast Live, and you won't want to miss it. It'll be live from Macworld 2008. Macworld Expo, Macworld Conference and Expo 2008. If we see you there, say, wave at us, say hello. All right, we'll be right back after this commercial break. Stay tuned. You will not want to miss it. Well, it's that time of year again. Macworld 2008 is coming, and January 14th through the 18th, 2008 to celebrate. We here, our whole crew here, the Talking Mac Podcast, is going to throw at Talking Mac Extravaganza with live podcasts every single day, the whole week of Macworld 2008, discussing the Steve Jobs keynote and all these new software people that are coming out. It's going to be fantastic. So guess what? Here are the times that we're going to be doing it. It's January 14th through the 18th, 2008. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. Alaskan Time, 1 p.m. Again, that's Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. Mountain Time, 3 p.m. Pacific Time, 2 p.m. and Alaskan Time, 1 p.m. Every single day, January 14th through the 18th, live. We're going to give you the web address and everything so you can join us. We're going to have live video and audio clips live from Macworld, including chat. So stay tuned to the Talking Mac podcast for the location of this event. You won't want to miss it. Hello, welcome back to the Talking Mac podcast, folks, people, welcome back. So before we left off, we were talking about, I told you I was going to tell you how it's going to look. All right, so we have an iPhone, an iPod Touch, and then we have the future. This is what Apple Insider. Some people are imagining what the new Newton will look like, and some people, and Steve Jobs himself hinted at the possibility, and they said they were working on the Newton, but just never. They had one ready in 2003, but just never made it out to the market. So in 2003 at All Things Digital Conference, he said there were some products that they made but did not be released. And when asked to further expand on that comment by an audience member, he says the Newton or the PDA or something like that. And so that's what people get these weird, strange ideas. You know, as Apple fans, we love to predict stuff. Oh, they're gonna take over the universe with this giant 100-foot iPhone thing, iMac thing, multi-touch to the iMac. You know, we like to dream, okay? So what people think will be the Newton is this 1.5 times the size of an iPhone, with a 720 by 480 high resolution display that comprises of most of the entire surface of the unit. And with this artwork, artist rendition, it's more like a bigger iPod Touch, because the tops, the black tops and the bottoms are thin like the iPod Touch and not as thick as the iPhones. So, and this has a little button down there. This is and the interesting, I'm sorry, I'm going off topic here, but the interesting thing about this Newton is that people have been talking about multi-touch, ultra mobile PC, and this Newton can be the answer to both the MacBook without the other part, just a screen of the MacBook, and a Newton. This could be all in one, because this looks big enough that I can hold it in my hand. It can be an ultra mobile PC. So that people are wondering, is this going to be, or is this, are we talking about Newton multi-touch and a MacBook without a screen, sort of ultra mobile PC, or are we talking both combined together? So and they're saying that it's going to have drag and drop and copy and paste and all this cool stuff that Apple can do with multi-touch, which I'm surprised they didn't put in an iPhone and iPod Touch. Copy and paste, come on, that's basic. I can even go get a $200 Windows XP, Windows 98 box, and I can copy and paste. So when I pay $400 for an iPhone or $300 for an iPod Touch, or probably $500, $600 for a Newton, I want the copy and paste functionality. You know, I want that. And so people believe it should be released the first half of 2008. This, you know, it's gonna be interesting. So you'll definitely want to tune into Talking Mac Live, mogulus.com/talkingmac, mogulus.com/talkingmac. I look forward to seeing you at Macworld Conference and Expo 2008. If you haven't got your tickets, get your tickets. We're going to be there. We're going to be broadcasting live. So you won't want to miss it. Coming up on next week's episode of the Talking Mac podcast, we're going to be predicting the Macworld 2008 product introductions. We'll see you then. From myself and everyone here at Technify Media Networks in Atlanta, have a wonderful day and come back to the Talking Mac podcast every week, because we are always talking Mac.